I'm Jennifer Thomas. Um, I'm here to support detransitioners. Today is International Women's Day, though, so I want to give a nod to that. And, as usual, mothers have given up our day for the children, right? Because mothers tend to do that. The detransitioners, they have been basically fighting back for about 3 years now. The first Detransition Awareness Day was just a few detransitioners online. And then last year we took it to the streets, and there were, I think, 30 states involved with a protest. And this year is, Sunday, we'll be doing actions all over the country. They say, where are the feminists? You've heard that expression before. The detransitioners found us. They found us on Twitter. J.K. Rowling let them know where we were. And they have been coming to us for guidance, for compassion, because once they decide to desist and no longer get the surgeries and the drugs, they get rejected by their community. So they look to the feminists to kind of reorganize and help them through this. As you probably noticed, there's not a detransitioner here representing themselves because they get very, it's a process. They're coming out of basically a brainwash situation, and they're scared. So having the moms come and be their voice is so important, because a lot of times we'll line them up, and when the event's about to happen, they can't do it. They can't follow through with it because of what they're dealing with. You can only imagine what they're dealing with, right? This bill is so important because if the doctors weren't doing anything wrong, they wouldn't care that we have this bill, right? There wouldn't be any complaint. This bill should go right through, because if nothing untoward is happening, then what are they afraid of? We wouldn't be suing for anything. So I do hope that this bill is supported, and we are supporting all the children under 18 making these decisions that are affecting their whole life, right? And so the last part of this is, I'm just going to tell a story about when I first started doing the women's rights campaigning, and of course you're advocating for children when you do that. There was a story about a young woman who had taken the synthetic hormones, right? Cross-sex synthetic hormones. And after about 3 or 4 days of taking them, her voice changed. And she never got her voice back. And I thought about that for a long time. And I thought, what if my daughter took, testosterone like 3 or 4 times, and then in 30 years, the only way I'd ever hear her voice again is if I listened to a voicemail, or if by chance she left a voicemail and I didn't delete it. They never get to hear their own voice again. And that sort of sums up this whole thing, is that they want to silence us, they want to take our voices. We're not going to let them do that to children. The ones that they've already gotten, they should have recourse to suing. And that's just one tiny fraction of the things of how this affects their body. But they will never, their parents themselves, they will never hear their own voice again. Think about that. Think about how they want to suppress our voices, because our voices are powerful. And I don't want to ever have to hear about another child losing their voice. And thank you so much for bringing this bill forward. Once again, I'm Jennifer Thomas. Thank you. Up next is Joy Gray.